Hello again. I hope you're having a wonderful week. Mine has been mixed. If you've visited here before, thank you so much for coming back again. If you haven't, my name is Deborah Carr. I write historical fiction in that name. I also write contemporary romances as Georgina Troy, and I actually have written a couple of thrillers as Ella Drummond. I will have some exciting news about Ella Drummond very soon. So if you're interested in reading thrillers, then maybe that'll be for you. Please excuse the state of me. This is somebody who is madly working to a deadline. So I'm still working on the first draft of my 2025 HarperCollins book. That's the one that's set, well, unless my publisher decides she actually doesn't like what I've done at the moment. It is set during the occupation and also during the English Civil War, but both are set in Jersey. And I'm really enjoying writing it. But this weekend I had a couple of writer friends over. So Glynis Peters, who I chatted to recently on this channel, she is the massive best-selling author of historical fiction. She also has a new persona, Amber Raven, and has a book coming out in October or November. I think it's in October. So that's going to be really exciting. I will tell you more about that closer to the time. But as well as Glynis coming to stay with me for a long weekend, last weekend, fabulous fun. I posted various shorts videos on my Instagram and TikTok account, and I'm not sure if I posted one on this one. I will post a short if I haven't. It was great fun. Also joining us was Christy Barlow, again, another best-selling author, and she has just finished the last book, I think the 15th book in her wonderful Love Heart Lane rom-com series. She's about to bring out, well, HarperCollins for her will be bringing out the first book in her new Puffin Island series. And to tell us more about that and to get to know Christy a bit, I will be chatting to her on Sunday. So I'll be posting it shortly afterwards. So that will be my next video on here, will be my chat with Christy Barlow, and I really look forward to chatting to her. Like Linda, she's a fabulous person, a great friend, and I will be meeting up with the two of them at the HarperCollins party early next month. We do that every year. I couldn't go last year, obviously, because of my husband being unwell, but it'll be very exciting to party with them again this year. I don't do much in the year apart from come out here and write and walk my dogs and see family members, and obviously occasionally have friends to stay. But one thing I look forward to every year is the HarperCollins party. It's always good fun. And actually now as well, the Boldwood party, that's great fun. That was in May. So that's what I'm doing this weekend. I also, as I mentioned, I think in my last video, I was interviewed for our local newspaper. It goes out to, we have 103,000 residents here on the island of Jersey, and that's our local paper. So I was interviewed for that, and I think it might be coming out this Saturday. I had a photo shoot. I'm glad they didn't mention it was a photo shoot. They just mentioned a couple of photos and sent a photographer around to take photos of me. I think they're fed up of using the same photo that I always put out there, which is fair enough. As a child, my mum finds it very weird because as a child, if someone took out a camera, I'd be the first one in front of it showing off. As I've got older, I've got less comfortable in front of a camera. And if I see a lens, I seem to sort of freeze. Not this one, like I mentioned in my last chat, but if someone else is holding a camera, I sort of tend to freeze and grimace oddly. So I'm very nervous, firstly, to see what did I say, actually, to the guy who interviewed me, Thomas Ogg, who's really very nice, and also to see what the photos look like, because I always hate photos of myself. I think everybody's probably critical of photos of themselves. So I think that's on Saturday. On Wednesday, it's the official launch for Neighbours at War with the baby Bobby, who's now a grown-up man, and his wife, and as I mentioned in my previous video, the daughter of one of the women who actually hid him and his mother during the occupation. That's going to be very exciting. That's Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I'll be signing copies of Neighbours at War at Waterstones at 11 o'clock. So I'm in the morning. I'm looking forward to that, actually. It's not like an official thing or anything, but they've asked me to go in, and we've agreed that 11 o'clock on Thursday is a good time for all of us. So I'll be going in there and signing copies of Neighbours at War. So if you do live on the island and you want to get a signed copy, that's where they are, actually. So I'm looking forward to that too. That would be fun. Yes, and I've got a few other things. I've got one of my little dogs isn't terribly well. He's on penicillin at the moment. He's got lumps in his throat. They don't know, it's his lymph nodes, and they don't know if it's just because of some infection or if it's something a bit nastier. So he's got to go for to have them, I think they're called needle biopsies on Monday. Ugh, dreading that. I'm really not very good at all this. Poor little guy. I can't bear it when they're not well. He seems fine at the moment, actually. He's sitting down there at the moment. He's not asleep because I would hear him snoring if you was. Bless him, little Roo. So that's also next week. And all three of them are being clipped next week. So it's actually a very, very busy week for me, come to think of it. I will be meeting up with my blonde plotter friends, Gwyn Bennett and Kelly Clayton, on Saturday. So that's fun. So actually I'm doing a lot. This week was going to be a very quiet week and me doing absolutely nothing, but I had vet appointments yesterday and things like that. So apart from that, it's writing, which is great. I'm a little bit behind because I didn't write at all while Glynis and Christy were here. I just had a really lovely time. They're the most supportive, lovely friends, like Gwyn and Kelly. I think everybody needs friends, don't they? Really good, supportive friends. And those four girls really are lovely. So that's what I'm doing. My mum bought me, isn't this gorgeous, this cover. It's a notepad. She's like me, loves stationery. And look, isn't it lovely? I will be looking forward to filling that. Lovely Klimt picture on the front. So she said, oh, I thought you could have stuff Klimt, the kiss, of course. She said, oh, I thought you could have it in your kitchen. I always have a notepad in my kitchen for my jobs to do that week or what I have to buy from the shop, that sort of thing. And she said, oh, I thought it'd be perfect for that. It's far too good for that. I just want some scrappy old notepad for that. And this last year, at the end of last year, I showed you my journal, that like my sort of diary journal thing that I write in every day. And that's, look, it's getting a bit thick now, so we're halfway through. You can see where I've stuck things in. I'm loving that. I'll definitely get another one next year. That's Manifestation Journal. I absolutely love it. It's really cool. Where's this from? freedommastery.com. Really gorgeous. A sort of, not a terribly hard cover, but it folds completely back, which I absolutely love. So all the way back, has fold out things, and definitely going to get another one for next year. I'll link to that as well below in my playlist, so you can see if you are interested in ordering one for next year for yourself. You can see where I got it from. So that's what I'm doing. Glynis came up with a brilliant idea to do with this book that I'm currently writing. The work in progress title is The Witch's Daughter. I have no idea if that'll change. Obviously it depends on my editor, what she thinks. But Glynis, we were chatting about it, as you do, and she came up with a really clever idea, which I'm making the most of. So thanks again, Glynis. I love that idea and I will be using it. Yes, and once I've written the book, I will share what her idea was. Very clever lady. So that's what I'm doing. It was really hot and sunny earlier, so I was actually in a really thin light linen dress. I've gone to change and put t-shirt and this on, some trousers, because it's suddenly got a bit chilly. I'm so sick of this chilly weather. But we are supposed to have some really good weather going forward for the next week or 10 days, which is a relief, because it's lovely. I much prefer the sunshine, as I'm sure most of us do, but not everybody, obviously. So I hope you're having a lovely week. As I said, not too much news really this week, mostly because I actually should be writing, which is exactly what I will be doing when I finish this coffee. And I hope you have a lovely week. Leave me any questions that you might want to. I'm always very happy to answer them. And thank you once again for joining me. Have a lovely day.